college professor. You know, she had a few things up her belt. Now, his father, you know, like I always say, these people are not in college. You know what I'm saying? Now, his father actually was in the industry, all right? And knew a lot of these Hollywood So let's talk about nepotism, right? Now he attended California State.
The inner sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should
got
move.
his bachelor's in art.
Not that any sane commander
Right
would send
now,
his men
he
into a
had
place awash
relationships
with
with
this
a
much
lot
ether.
of people in Hollywood, a lot of actors, which would make sense in how his son got such an opportunity at a young age, right?
If this all works,
now,
the blessing fades.
Fast forward to
Things are likely to get
1996,
worse for our kind before
when,
they get better.
You know, he
being the last to
basically
wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after.
Instantly got
by which I mean
into the industry. He got into a McDonald's commercial, I believe, and then he went on to audition to be in the television show Jet Jackson. Now, when I say nepotism, a lot of favoritism comes into play too. You know, these are all business relationships.
Luckily,
you know what I'm saying?
2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Industry at a young age. Now, we all know him to play as Jet Jackson on Nickelodeon.
Time to earn
a lot of people think that if you're an actor, you play on a hit TV series, a lot of action, a lot of stunts, then in real life you must be a quiet and reserved person, relaxed.
We're almost there. Anyone having second thoughts?
Not me.
We're with you to the end, Sid.
Then what are we waiting for?
Spoke about this as well. Like,
hey,
y'all
buddy.
paid attention in that news clip. She mentioned that
You all right?
around this time she started to
You
notice that he was giving signs of being, bipolar. And I did a video about this on, on my Patreon. And I spoke about how a lot of these child star actors, it happens to them because of the simple fact of mood changing. You gotta smile when you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Cry when you're not sad. So that plays a toll on one's mental at a young age.
I think we're gonna need a
but
bigger
we're
sword.
gonna fast forward to the creepy part of this whole situation now.
Thank you, Clive.
Many of us know
that
that Lee Thomas Young played in a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies, you know what I'm saying? So many to name. But I found this to be very creepy. Now, he was in a television show called Flash Forward.
It's about to get cramped.
All right? And he starred in that show alongside of this guy.
He's about to transform into Zeus.
Some of y'all may know who this guy is, and his name is John Cho, right? And he plays in Harold and Kumar couple movies. He was in a couple movies. But he played this flick, right? And we gonna dissect
Big as shit, man.
Hollywood is a creepy place.
Lee Thompson Young in the studio with us today. It's an interesting character you play, Lee.
Oh, indeed. He has a conflict, a deep internal conflict in that he's a homicide detective. He deals with dead bodies all the time, but when he sees a corpse, he blows up.
What attracted you to this role in particular?
Well, it was a funny story. I was playing an FBI agent on the show called Flash Forward on ABC.
I loved Flash Forward.
Yeah.
I was sorry to see it go.
It was great. I had so much fun. And my character actually died in the show, so I was out after 7 episodes. But and right before I was done with my run on the show, I was working with John Cho in the morgue.
What is that?
And he said to me, he was, these scenes can be so dry and so stale. It's like everybody's seen it before. And he was like,
Sid just got shot.
Something different, like I don't know, like let's say your character even got sick or something when you see the body. This is like 2 weeks before I get the audition for Rizzoli.
What is this?
So I read the script and I got really, really excited about it because it is interesting and it's different, and he's vulnerable, but he also
Who the fuck is this?
can't
But I didn't tell John about it because it was a little too weird and too much of a coincidence. And then I finally got the role, and I called him and told him he was psychic.
And now, why is that story so important? Right? Because when he played in the TV show Flash Forward, I found something real icky about this. Now, he played as the person or the FBI detective, Al Gold, right? Now, I want y'all to pay very close attention to this. And remember what he said, study it, doing some things in the book, like not to mention that his name was Al Gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be a sacrifice? I'll go. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this, right? This is one of the episodes in that TV show, Flash Forward, right? This is what happened in one of the episodes. It says, later on, Al, who is basically Lee Thomas Young, right? His character is Al. Dimitri and Mark attend a Blue Hand meeting.
The fuck is this thing?
That's a red flag right there. Al risked his own life in Russian roulette with Roman Chok. Now, this is all crazy right here. When Demetrius asked what was he playing at, Al replied that he had seen himself alive in 6 months' time, which meant he wasn't going to die that night. After they broke cover and captured Reynard, Jeff Singleton, Al carefully listened to what Jeff said about not being able to change the future. That night, Al thought about what had happened and realized that there was a way to change the future. How did he do that? He wrote a note and left it with Dimitri the following day.
Still alive.
Now, I find this all to be crazy that this would be involved in the script, okay? Previously, and I'm also to add that, he was part of a fraternity as well. Right? He was down with the get down too, so, he was, you know what I'm saying? So he can't act like he was innocent either. Right? Now,
Get out of
in
my
that
head.
TV show Flash
I
Forward,
don't answer to you.
he unalived himself by
One
jumping
way or
over
another.
the wall. You know what I'm saying? But everything is symbolic. Everything is ritualistic. You understand? Because it's all anyway. It's all magic. So this young man, behind the fence, this young man, nothing was really wrong with this young man. This is what they'll sit in their house. This is what he did. He did this. It's crazy. We didn't see some crazy stuff down there with Joe. This dude, these folks. And it freaked them out. You know what I'm saying? But he's in there with us, so I ain't getting down with that. Yeah, but
That's enough.
See, but I know these videos keep people aware of stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? But we must be aware that Hollywood is innocent. Okay? They value people that are free and naive. You know what I mean? So, rest in peace to Lee Thomas Young man. It's just sad that certain things that Hollywood is very sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood is very sneaky, man. So with that being said, man, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like,
What else can he do?
shit.
suspect that living room had something to do with that. I really think, in a weird way, I have to thank Louis DeRose because this time when I read the past is the past. But this documentary just came out, and I'm receiving a lot of messages from people just concerned about my well-being and a lot of opinions and a lot of things going on right now. So I want to address a few things. First of all, I never wanted to be part of any documentary whatsoever. I was never told to support me in a documentary.
He was willing to sacrifice his relationship, saying things because the most important thing
This is mine.
one of the most, I think, underestimated things happening right now is the unraveling, further unraveling, you know, Redfield, pirate gangs specifically. So if you guys watch the Enter the Manosphere documentary, Louis wrote, you saw how Myron and his then girlfriend Angie, you know, interacted with one another. Louis was just asking them like the most basic question, and not to take anything away from Louis, like anybody that is in a relationship or
What's
you
this
know
motherfucker so
has been in a
tall? He ain't
relationship,
got
like
no
anything
legs.
like that. These are questions that any of us would ask. Like as a married man, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like monogamy, one-sided monogamous relationship.
Oh, shit, I'm faster than that.
You know, like, oh, I wish I could have this. None of that. I just like that's goofy. That's great. That's ridiculous. I can see who I want to see with, but you can't see with who you want to see with. A one open-ended relationship. Like none of that. All that sounds unhealthy. I'm not a proponent I'm not a proponent of polyamory or anything, polygamy, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a proponent of any of that shit. Right? I've said that a million times. So anything of the sort, I'm like, that sounds very destructive. It sounds like you should just move by yourself, or you should just not. You shouldn't be in a committed relationship of any sort. You should just be see what you want to see with it. You know.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You know what the fuck you talking about? All of this shit is based on the perception that somebody should be fucking monogamous. When that shit is introduced to motherfuckers forcefully. We're not how motherfuckers who are, say, Black Americans. Before we even came into any contact with motherfucking white men, we had multiple motherfucking wives. There was no jealousy, there was no cheating, none of that shit. So, like, he's just projecting his insecurities. No, ain't having it.
Welcome to Everweave, an app that lets you play D&D with AI as your dungeon master.
hit
I don't want to be working in
absorb this
ballet or
motherfucker now?
opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful to be making art that people care about. Not like the lame arts. I don't have an ego. I just think I deserved an Oscar for Marty Supreme and Call Me By Your Name and Lady Bird and that statistics video I made in high school. And the Oscar goes to Michael B. Jordan. Yes, it does, because first of all, he absolutely deserves that. Secondly, nobody wants to see it go to Timothy after whatever the fuck that was in that crazy ass interview. That part where he was talking about like, oh, I just lost 14 cents of viewership. So, like, I don't know if anybody in his life told him this, but there are certain things called inside thoughts, and it's when you have a thought that it might be technically true, but it's not emotionally or
shadow clones now
to share with literally fucking anyone around you. So you just like keep it inside your own head.
And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though.
Yeah.
In February 2025, Timothée Chalamet stood on the stage at the SAG Awards and declared that he wanted to be one of the greats.
Oh,
I know
shit.
the classiest thing would be to downplay the effort that went into this role and how much this means to me, but the truth is I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, random Viola Davis, as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel, it's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
At the time, the speech divided people into two camps. Some found the statement arrogant and conceited, others, myself included, related to what he was saying and found it incredibly refreshing. Regardless of what you thought of it, the speech definitely felt sincere, especially for Hollywood, an industry that often pretends ambition doesn't exist and success just magically happens overnight. Recently, another clip of Chalamet started going absolutely viral online. Unless you've been living on the road, you've probably seen it. If not, let's watch it together.
And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though.
Yeah.
All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership.
Yeah, as you can imagine, the comment rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I'm gonna be honest, including me. The internet does, it sparked an enormous amount of discourse. So I'm personally created it to collect.
Seattle is rocking a promo right now. If you use the code Timothy, you can get 14% off select seats for clubs. It's this weekend only. I read down here, they're like, Timmy, you can use it too. The way that you opera and ballet community about these comments.
Longtime haters jumped at the opportunity to say how untalented he is and that they've always disliked him.
Gas Timothy Chalamet's head up to make him feel like he's a heavy hitter in Hollywood. Oh shit, Timothy, what have you been in? That's so much. Leonardo DiCaprio, and you're now Robert Downey Jr., my love. How dare you come on the internet and act like that?
That's what it is. When he started reminiscing about the old Timmy in Call Me By Your Name, Timmy who dated Lily Rose Depp, the mysterious, introspective actor who felt like the future of serious cinema, the Timmy who supposedly would never say something like that. Which left me wondering, how did Timothée Chalamet become the symbol of artistic seriousness and intellectualism in the first place, and what exactly changed now? What his career can tell us about how artistic prestige becomes cultural capital and how capitalist entertainment industry inevitably monetizes it, and most importantly, how can someone who wants to be one of the greats dismiss the very art forms that shape greatness in the first place, and what does it even mean to pursue greatness as an artist these days? That's what we're going to explore today. I guess this video is going to be on the longer side, so let's go. You can sell tickets by virtue of name alone. Timothée Chalamet didn't just fall out of a coconut tree. He exists in the context of all that came before him. On December 27, 1995, just 2 days before I did, fellow Capricorns rise, Timothée grew up comfortably in New York City, spending summers at his grandparents' home in the Auvergne region of France, and attended the famous LaGuardia High School of Music. Art and Performing Arts, which is one of the most prestigious art schools in the United States. To no one's surprise, Chalamet is kind of an nepo baby. His older sister, Pauline Chalamet, is an actor as well, best known for the HBO series The Sex Education. Their mother, Nicole Flender, and maternal grandmother both dance on Broadway, while their uncle, Rod Flender, is a film director. Well, whether this technically counts as nepotism has been debated endlessly since the viral nepo baby discourse of 2022, but regardless of what label you attach to it, it is very clear that Chalamet had it comparatively easy from the get-go. He certainly didn't have to jump through the same hoops as where this is when people start making correct claims like he's the greatest actor of his generation, because the unfortunate truth is that nobody actually knows who the greatest actors of this generation are, because we only see the tiny fraction of performance that the industry allows us to see. The thing is, thousands of actors never get the auditions, the representation, or the visibility required to prove themselves. So let's not forget that when we crown someone the best actor of their generation, we're often confusing visibility with talent. Chalamet began acting professionally in his teens, appearing in television and small roles before making his film debut in Men, Women and Children, directed by Jason Reitman. He then made a stronger impression in Interstellar, directed by his self-described favorite filmmaker, Christopher Nolan. But his real breakthrough came in 2017, and let me tell you, few actors have been propelled to massive stardom by a film as unlikely as Call Me By Your Name. Directed by Luca Guadagnino, the film is a slow, dreamy, subject romance between Chalamet's precocious teenage character Elio and an older graduate student played by Armie. On paper, that doesn't sound like the kind of project that launches global movie stars, right? The film grossed about $40 million worldwide, which is quite modest by Hollywood standards, and yet Chalamet's portrayal of gangly, confused first love captured the imagination of audiences, mostly female ones, everywhere. His performance even earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, making the 22-year-old the youngest nominee in that category since Mickey Rooney in 1940. This is where the story starts to get interesting, because most young actors who suddenly become Oscar nominees are immediately drafted into massive studio projects, but Timmy did something slightly different here. Instead of rushing into blockbuster roles, he spent the next few years carefully curating his career. He appeared in Lady Bird, directed by Greta Gerwig, playing a charming but slightly pretentious husband Dreamboat, and he took a supporting role in Gerwig's adaptation of Little Women, portraying the lovably chaotic Lori. And these choices might seem random at first glance, but I think they were actually incredibly strategic, because the film Chalamet aligned himself with aren't just movies like
Shut up, bitch.
the early 2020s, something
Yes, many Latinos in Texas voted for Talarico instead of Crockett. I don't know why y'all surprised. Maybe that was the best they could do, leaving the Republican.
You know why she divorced him? She thought she could do better. According to her. She said that. I thought I could do better. Then
Enjoy your nap?
You're wounded.
This? It's only a scratch. All right, the hole.
We'll find you a healer.
Here. No, you won't.
Having herpes doesn't define me, and it doesn't mean that I deserve to be alone and misunderstood. I found positive signals. The largest confidential herpes and ST.
Okay, I guess I do get to absorb this
You
motherfucker.
are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him, Think again.
Sid.
Why do girls like to post themselves? Right?
One left.
You can
He's advocating for the average.
It's not the only.
You know, I just sit on a park bench and I draw. That's what I do. Anytime I go outside, that's what I do when I go to school. And I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't even know why I pay my phone bill because nobody calls or texts me.
Did y'all see that? No, my dear sisters, she is not the only one. She is not the only one that's feeling like this.
I thought I had all the answers.
And you know how there was one on people. You see the young lady that I got posted right here. I saw the video.
It wasn't a
I
good
forgot what platform it was, but she had an absolute mental and emotional breakdown, crying, and
claiming his fate.
She said that she can't find real, true, genuine love.
What's the
You want me to be honest? I'm angry. I'm mad.
So, I made a choice.
Fuming. I'm tired. I'm mad because you care about me, and that's what was always. Jesus Christ.
That sounds like a very common thing that men are hearing. But when we tell them the truth, they get upset. And, oh, you're just trying to humble me.
Crystal's blessing is a
Keep swinging, squeezing.
alive.
Keep punching out of your way.
Outlaw the world needs.
Or never punching out of their way. More of them starting to sound like this.
I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm feeling so much. It's like being in my head. Right. I'm angry. I'm angry. And no matter how much I try to let go of it and give it to God, I feel hopeless. I feel humiliated and embarrassed. Confused. And I can't. I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. I don't want to feel anymore.
Is it just me, or does it seem like when these women say they can't call on anybody else, it sounds like what they're saying is that they don't have another man in the friend zone that they can trauma dump on? Am I the only person that's watching this thinking that the girl before her said the same thing? But I digress.
Feelings what's supposed to make somebody a person, and I don't even want to feel it. I'm just done. I'm done.
My life partner, am I just supposed to be alone? Like, is that the message? That this beautiful life I've built for myself, like, it's just supposed to be me in it alone? Like, I know I have my dog, and I love him so much, but, like, I need love.
I'm sorry, Clive. Had I arrived but a moment sooner.
All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands that they prioritize. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind.
Well.
I saw you.
And I really just want to find that person that matches my energy and wants to build a life with me.
Can I ask this question? Did you ever consider asking your friends what are they doing different from you? Why all of them are engaged or married and you're not?
You have learned our name.
Just a thought.
Is that so hard?
We do not care.
The second I hear, my friends have, and I don't, it all makes sense. It starts sounding more like comparison than actually wanting it. And the comments know the deal. If you want to be loved, be lovable. Easy. Make peace with being alone. Because if you don't, you'll turn it into loneliness. And that's the bad thing.
Hey, Uncle, look at this.
I just wanted to confess something to you guys. I'm so desperate. Like, I'm desperate. I know I look so desperate. It's because I am. I'm so desperate. I can't find any guy that will, like, ever want to, like, be with me or hug me or cuddle me or, like, smell me.
What?
There's just nobody out there. It's just really hard. You know, everywhere I go, I get ignored and denied, and I'm really desperate. Please help me.
First time. We've seen this too many times, so we stopped asking. At some point, you realized begging doesn't attract anything. And to get the good things in life, people need to learn to put the effort in, not expect it like it's over.
No more games, Phoenix. We have come to claim our vessel.
Trying to get this bottom thing off my car.
And I said, no.
I need this.
These flames are nothing. You will know what it is to burn.
You've got it. Just
Yours is a
believe
fleeting form.
Be independent
I'm not
and strong.
fool enough to think
I'm
I
sure
can
the car
harm
will
you.
understand and see that too. But the funny part is how we see people acting in control. But as soon as things like this happen, then they want help.
Yeah, Faye will say, "You chose the bear." Yeah, tell him to go.
Approached me in a casino and asked for me number. And I told him I can't because my husband would be upset. Only I don't have a husband. Maybe my future husband would be upset. But what if he was my future husband?
Why on God's green earth would you raise women with the concept that Prince Charming is gonna come and like, he's just gonna save you and that's gonna be all and something that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Have you forgotten already who I am?
Damn it! Like, where is this Prince Charming? Like, would you make some it's like me. Trusting them when you're all sick. Because you're just to manipulate us to think like, oh my god, like, yeah, let's just put it in their brains when they're babies, like, oh yeah, men are good. No, you're not.
Use Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, or Facebook between age 8 to 18. Listen carefully. If you later struggle with anxiety and eating disorder,
Volleyball videos, we spent that having a chocolate down. To all of my single gals out there who like live on their own and they get all of their stuff for themselves. You, because I'm one of those people, and it is so hard sometimes. Like, I feel so secure in being single and being on my own, and I really enjoy it. But the biggest, hardest factor of it is money. Like, it's so hard to feel so good being single, but wish so badly that you just had, like, a partner to be able to rely on a little bit as well. Like, you guys can both rely on each other when it comes to finances and stuff like that, like rent, groceries, just anything. It's honestly so hard sometimes seeing my friends who pretty much fall in long-term relationships and living with their significant others. And meanwhile, I just made a spreadsheet of like the things that my money goes towards. I'm looking for a new apartment, and apartments are so expensive right now, especially just to live alone. Like, why do some places want you to like cough up over $2,000 for like a 300 square foot apartment? It's like a studio apartment. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I should be able to support myself on my income and be able to afford my rent. Because all of you crappy landlords
This right here, this is exactly what men are talking about. And this is exactly why men aren't really interested in getting into relationships. Because you're starting to see more and more women
not among the dead.
pop up on the internet like her, complaining about having to provide for themselves. Which is odd because at the same time you got women out here like they don't need a man help financially at all. But then at the same time they don't be telling everybody that if a man comes into their life, they gotta pay for everything. So you have those women, and then you have women like this where it's like, oh, you know what, she might be 50-50, but it seems like that's her only true reason for wanting to be in a relationship, is just so that way you can take the load off of her financially. And that's really not really gonna attract men to you either. Let's keep it moving.
I'm just headed to sleep well down because my heart is tired. And this next season, I just want to break. My heart just need to break. Because I am tired of giving unconditional love to conditional people. I am tired of being liked and not chosen. I am tired of
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randala.
tired
Come, feel its softness.
Make
a nice gift for
being
your
a
wife.
strong person. Tired of being a person who understands. Tired of being a person who takes the higher road. I am
I've got peppers
tired.
and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Giving and never giving. I'm tired. I'm human. This is my flesh talking because I'm exhausted.
I don't think men quite understand what they're doing to women. This whole being happy with being single and we don't need a man and all this other stuff in response to what's going on. I've been this way for years and I'm tired. I'm really tired, and I don't think that it's weak to crave human connection and to want to tear my walls down and to want to love. That's human connection is literally, it's innate in us. It is natural to us, and I don't feel like I should fault myself for that anymore. And I don't feel like I should continuously hide that. I just don't know, honestly, what the fuck to do.
What have we
It's
learned?
talking about men and saying men don't understand what they're doing to us. But I don't think this is the result of feminism.
The bearers
That's
are
why
locked
I'm
up in an old courthouse on
not
the
because
edge of
I'm
town.
anti-woman, but because a woman like this
I
doesn't
hardly
even know
need tell
how to
you
have a
who is
connection
there
with
to
a
make
man.
sure they
A
stay that
real
way.
connection with a man.
Cooper's
She's
proper
desiring.
guard.
And she's
It's a trap.
probably going to the places where
And
men
not a
are
very
most
good
broken,
one at
hookup
that.
culture, right? They're going into hookup culture to
What does he hope
get a
to gain
dopamine
from
release
this?
from a woman that probably broke his heart
I'll have the
prior, and
captives
he
free
had no
before
intentions of
nightfall.
being in a relationship.
You do nothing
Okay?
of the sort.
Men don't even
Our
have
comrades didn't give
to
their lives for you to get your
for.
throat slit in a
They used to fight for
god's-forsaken slum.
loyalty. You know, they used to fight because their
Suppose the
woman
courthouse
was
should be left to
loyal,
suffer.
and she
That's
made
not
him
what
feel
I
like
said.
a man.
I simply
She made him
meant
feel
it doesn't have to
purposeful.
be you who frees them.
Now, men are killing themselves, and women are on antidepressants. And you can see this from this video. This woman is depressed, and a lot of women are. And women are getting their heart broken because they're getting wrapped up into hookup culture, just giving away their
Stubborn
bodies.
as the old
We were
Sid
not meant
was.
to do that. There's a reason why we release more oxytocin. There's a reason why we crave oxytocin, the love bonding hormone, more than men.
Just don't say
We can only
I
get
didn't
pregnant
warn
by
you.
one man at a time.
You're
But
sick
women
now,
are
and if anything
going
happens
into
to him,
culture, and feminism
we're
is
finished.
telling them, feminists are telling them that they can have casual sex and just be completely normal in the brain. But you see with this woman, she wants the oxytocin, like her nature is called to do, to pair with one man and be his helper, be his helpmate. And it was interesting to me how she says we're supposed to be independent and not need a man. False.
Please, we don't
That's
know
exactly
anything.
why
You have to
have
believe
a
us.
hard time
We'd help you if we could.
bonding and connecting with a man. Because he needs to feel like a man with you. A woman who makes a man feel like a man
Forgive him, my
so
lord.
useful
He did
in
not
her
mean
life.
to offend.
He loves her. A woman that doesn't need a man and can do everything a man can do is not a
wager he thinks as
complimentary
highly of his
helper
minions'
to a man. You're
traps
not
as we do.
complimentary. You're trying to be just like him, and it becomes way too competitive. You understand what I'm saying?
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
That's why she's having sex, and she's just stuck in situationships because he's not looking at her as she has traits that would help me become better. No, you're just for a good time. And this is what happens when women give their body and they use their sexuality. You end up becoming placed in a box where you're just there for a good time. Instead of a wife who can edify, who makes him feel like a man, pushes him into purpose, and reminds him of his identity, not trying to take over his identity, not trying to take over his role because he's not doing it. No, this is your role, and I will not get in the way. Who knows, right? That she has to be.
No, so many others. The bearers.
Safe.
You're right. You do deserve to be married. You deserve to be covered. You do deserve to be taken care of. But if you act like you don't, then you don't.
No,
You're
that's
living out
fire.
your own subconscious. So the fact that she comes to this point, she recognizes that she has a connection. Instead of being victim to that, that's keeping you in the box of not being compatible with the person as a man. That's the answer.
Bitch.
You believe in how you better. And feminine isn't good for women. To have love, not be used and abused.
Titan sends his
Not
regards.
be like a man, to man, and not be by his own strength.
That plays by your say cashback with unlimited cashback offers. Increase minimum balance and access to 40,000 fee-free money pass ATMs. Easier. Top 3 colognes every man should have in 2025. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, a fresh blend of Sicilian mandarin, frozen grapefruit, and aromatic. It's crisp, refreshing, and effortlessly. Gucci Guilty Floral, a mix of lavender, lemon, and cedar wood. It's smooth, masculine, and undeniably sexy. Versace Eros, a seductive blend of mint, vanilla, and tonka bean. It's rich, powerful, and impossible to forget. It smells like a man who took $100 plus on a single bottle. That's exactly why I recommend Scentbird. It's a fragrance subscription that delivers authentic, 100% real designer colognes straight to your door. For just $8.47 for the first month, you get a 30-day supply of designer colognes with around 120 sprays per
Oh, he
bottle,
really
more
meant
than
a big
enough to
ass
stay
cat.
fresh every day. And with over 900 fragrances, including Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Versace, and more, you can switch up your scent whenever you want. So if you want a cologne that gets compliments, try Scent.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
That's women.
Leather?
Statistically proven that men without more income than women. Why women fight so income. And that's has 20 years building up his and all of it. 10 years and doing whatever you can get because you're bitter. That's what they're saying. Essentially, you're so sick of this narrative. Women will literally to avoid accountability for situations that they create. Taking horrible
Except this motherfucker.
Perfect.
this video where the guy was saying how women it's like women that thing. So a lot of men don't get birthday cakes. It's just like here a man at like a big birthday dinner and saying all the boys need to come and picking out like most men aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? If they are, somebody else is paying it for this. I'm saying nobody ever does it. I'm just saying men just really don't care about their birthdays. Like they'll usually go out and have a cigar or something like that. Whatever. So in the comments on Facebook, the women are talking just going off birthday cakes. So how many men get this? Well, first off, let me say this. Cakes are $7 fucking. Okay? Like, cakes are not expensive. Cakes are like my go-to for men and women when I don't know what the fuck you like just yet. And I don't want to spend a lot of fucking money. So the best bet is to just get a birthday cake. If I know that you like red velvet, which most dudes like red velvet, that's what I'm gonna get. It's cheap. I get a birthday card. And then motherfuckers is always super appreciative because it's like, oh my God, I haven't gotten a cake. And I'm like, everybody deserves a cake on their birthday. Like,
and again, that right there, along with the video that I just did of the couple the other day, proves again who is the more selfish gender. Really, y'all. And you know what? I came across a video of another
These barefoot ass
person who said he was going on a date,
Caucasian ass
and the
people.
woman was complaining that she had to pay $7 for parking. I'm like, so let me get this straight. Y'all around here calling men broke because they don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a first date. But y'all are over here bitching and complaining about spending $7 on cake and parking.
They used us as
$7. We talking about $7. I know I sound like Allen Iverson right now, but that's just ridiculous.
What are you
Damn,
even doing?
y'all.
We never asked to be saved.
you guys are so lucky. You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here
These
and go out.
ungrateful
Do
ass
things I don't
people,
want
yeah.
to do.
If you
I
kill
don't
all
want
these
a roster.
motherfuckers,
I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of
a
it.
better life for our
But I
kind.
feel like I don't have a choice.
To see that we are treated
Guys,
as
it's just
equals. Do you not want
you're in
that?
your 30s. You're
left alone every time you show your faces. It is we who suffer.
Last time I checked, there's more women doing that nowadays too. So you ain't gonna get no sympathy over here. But let's keep it moving.
Girls don't have that luxury. I'm just.
And for the record, I'm not sitting over here and saying that should be a normal thing. So I don't want nobody over here jumping in the comments feeling like they gotta correct me. Clearly, I'm over here being sarcastic. Don't fucking do that.
And this is where we'll
Happy if you stayed where you are in life and job forever? If the answer is yes, then this video is not for you. But if you want to finally achieve the time, location, and financial freedom you know you deserve, then this new career may be the answer to all your prayers.
you
Because
got
what
knocked
I'm
out
about
by
to
a
reveal to you
forearm
is
being,
unlike anything you've
then your
ever
brother
seen
exploded,
before. It pays
and then
extremely well.
disappeared
It's
again.
flexible with hours and location. You don't need a degree, and
They
here's
sick
the
of
craziest
fucking
part: you
wild
can earn
demon
while you
cat
learn,
on
and
me,
still
and
have
then
enough time to juggle
they're
your
not even
current job,
grateful. Like, fuck them, bro.
responsibilities, and
Sitting here at 25, having to figure out how the fuck to get back in these fucking streets so I can figure out. So 10 years down the line, I'm just sitting there single still with my daughter being an only child. Like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to be happy. Like, I want all of these things. But people don't want that nowadays. It feels like no matter. It's like, what is this dating stuff? What is Hinge? What is Tinder? What is all of this?
Okay, we'll stop it there. What is Hinge? What is all of this? Okay, this is quite a meltdown, right? Ooh, someone lost their mind. It's amazing how they have the meltdown and they take it and then they watch it and they're like, yeah, I think I should post this. What, honey? What? Why?
We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery.
Yo,
Oh, it's to give them a better tomorrow.
you should be
They see
having
only
me
that
weak
we've
with
made
that.
their lives harder today.
Yeah. And it comes full circle, just like I played in the intro. Why do these women make these videos?
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
I think it's pretty clear why. But they're still gonna try to push that banana on themselves, right? Yeah, I know. Y'all let me know what you think, bro. New to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification that way y'all know when I upload. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm.
There is something wrong with our calendar. I don't mean that metaphorically. I don't mean it as a feeling, a spiritual intuition, or a complaint about how fast the years seem to pass. I mean it structurally, mathematically, demonstrably. Something is wrong. And the deeper I looked, the more I began to suspect that the wrongness wasn't accidental. Here is the most basic version of the problem. The Gregorian calendar.
I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Governs every deadline, every birthday, every fiscal
Rides over
civilization
lovebirds, home
is
sweet
irregular,
home.
chaotic. Months of 28, 29, 30 and 31 days distributed in a pattern no child can memorize without something. February shrinks in most years and expands in others. Quarters don't divide. Weeks don't divide evenly into months. The months don't divide evenly into years. It's a system that appears, on close inspection, to have been designed not for human use, but for something else entirely. For control, perhaps. For confusion. The production of a population.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment. Dependent on external authority to tell them what it is. That sounds like a strong claim. Stay with me, because there is an alternative. There always will.
Shit. Everything he said is true, because at one point I needed my phone to tell me what the fuck day it was, so I started counting.
The Gregorian calendar doesn't just seem impractical, it seems intentional. Intentionally broken. 13 months, 28 days each. 13 times 28 equals 364. Exactly 52 weeks, exactly 4 perfect 7-day cycles per month. Every month, every year, without exception. Add one ceremonial day outside the monthly count, a day of transition, a day of zero, a day that many ancient traditions specifically marked as sacred, and you have 365. A solar year, perfect, whole, repeating.
It's where you go to choose from hundreds of thousands of hotels and earn rewards on every stay. It's exactly what it sounds like. Like chicken fingers, which are not. They sound like hotels.com. It's all in the name.
Conspiracy theory scrawled in a notebook. It was the operating calendar of civilizations that built things we still can't fully explain. The Maya, the ancient Egyptians, the Druids of pre-Roman Britain, the Lakota, the Yoruba. 13 months, 28 days, across continents, across millennia, without contact. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision. Why? Here's the strangest part. You already carry the evidence of this calendar inside you. The human menstrual cycle averages 28 days.